What up? I'm Josh Paulson, and welcome to Your Story Now. So as you can see, I've rewritten this section. This is content editing again. I did not really improve the copy. The copy is pretty rough as it stands. What we're going to look at now is taking another editing goal. So characters beat themselves was our first goal, and now we're in line with that, at least we are more. And now we have, I want every line to be funny. So let's read through this again. Geraldo is on stage with cutting boards. He is chopping up tomatoes and veggies and putting them into a pot where he's mixing it all together and adding spices regularly. He is preparing a sauce. Now, how could we make that funny? And you might say, wait, that's not a line. Yes, it is. It's action. Sure, it's not dialogue, but this is essential to the storytelling, and they're on stage. So this is something that can have a lot of different things communicated with it. So, for example, maybe we decide that it's funny if he's humming a tune. Or perhaps we decide that it's funny if he pretends to cut himself, although probably not that one because, he is preparing that. Perhaps he can add some flair, and perhaps it can be more fun than what it is initially. Perhaps he can be throwing it behind his back onto the plate. Now, I'm going to skip past that and actually look at the dialogue because this is probably where you'll spend most of your time. So, hey Federico, do you have the extra noodles yet? What we can do here is that we can look at what are some different ways that he could say this line that would be more funny. What would be funnier? And in this case, you might want to tweak the character so that the character is intrinsically more funny rather than just trying to edit the dialogue, but this is something that we can do. So it could be, Federico, where are my noodles? We can go with that. Federico, pause. Now, one thing that I would say is that rule of three is generally more funny because you have the setup where something happens and then you establish a pattern and then you confirm that pattern. So just changing this to three is already better. Federico, where are my noodles? Federico, Federico, Federico! And Papa, you sent Carlotta out for those isn't that funny. It could be something like, did you call me, Papa? It could be something like that, because then it's kind of like, yes, he was. And so we're trying to make this a little bit funnier. We're trying to make it a little bit more humorous. And this is a process. And you can run through multiple drafts and you can try different things. But the idea is just, what can I do that is a little bit funnier? It may not always be directly a joke. It might just be a funnier wording. So, Federico, where are my noodles? That could be something that you end up going, well, maybe it's not a joke, but it might just be a funnier sounding wording. And so the goal is to end up making your story funnier over time. And this is where having your vision for your story and having vision goals for editing really comes into play.